Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Truro and Penwith Transferrable Skills podcast. It's one of four. This one we're talking about creativity and innovation. Very lucky to have with me today Hayley McKinstry from Truro and Penwith College, and also as an alumni of the college, we're very lucky to have with us Loren Cooper, who's from the very esteemed Paul Ainsworth group. So we've had some really people who've gone through marvellous careers, and so it will be worth listening to this one, I'm sure. So particularly on the creativity side, I'm Anne Vandermulen, Federation of Small Businesses. We're working on the Local Skills Improvement Plan, so hence our big interest in skills, and we obviously need a lot of skills out there in the workplace. So I'm going to start off by talking to Hayley. Creativity and innovation, it's a real crucial skill in today's rapidly changing world in all sorts of ways. So how is it that Truro and Penwith College particularly integrate these values into its curriculum and also with the partnerships with the businesses that you deal with?
Well, this is a really key skill for the rapidly changing environment, and it's about teaching young people how to think differently, and instead of doing it the same way as it's always been done, looking at creative and innovative solutions to approach things maybe in a more streamlined way that makes things more effective and maybe sometimes a little bit more up to date and in line with the new ways of working. So we do thread these skills through absolutely everything. We teach them through tutorial, we teach them through all of their enrichment programs, and we do a skills and assessment through a platform called Navigate, which gets them to identify exactly where they would rate themselves, and then we can tailor that provision and tailor work placement to really build those skills. But creativity and innovation is a really good way of problem solving and just looking at things differently.
Well, I think that's quite interesting, the problem solving and looking at things differently. So the person who really experiences that is Loren at the other end of the scale. So how did the college, your attendance in the college, obviously you've been there, how did they encourage your creativity and innovation during your studies, and how have these particular skills impacted your career or contributed to your success, or have you invented yourself? What's happened to you?
Well, I was really lucky to spend quite a few different years at the college, starting off with a diploma, going into AS levels, and none of those really suited my way of learning and what I was potentially thinking about in the future. So I was really lucky to kind of evolve and change what I wanted to do, which I think some people need to. It's not for everyone, or certain ways of learning aren't for everyone. And the apprenticeship scheme just absolutely worked. That practitioner way of learning, getting really stuck in and involved was great. I started off at Cafe Reggiano doing my apprenticeship, surrounded by a couple of different apprentices. The first wave with the Paul Ainsworth group, which was really challenging, but in such a positive way, and learning some of the basic day-to-day things, not only as a professional, but on a personal level, to apply that throughout the near future. I then moved on to number 6 and slowly but surely developed into more of a sommelier beverage role, concentrating on the wine development, the spirits. And a lot of what I learned through my college years is applied to the day-to-day, including my first WSET level, which is where my wine passion originated from. So yeah, it's been really good.
Wow, I'm definitely in the wrong job. So tell me, so this journey into your creative journey through into what you're doing now, did you, when you were at college or even when you were at school, did you know this existed?
No, no, not at all. I'd been in the hospitality industry before. I never really set out to become a sommelier. I didn't know what it entailed, but yeah, I'm glad I found out.
And did your time at the college, did that kind of give you the confidence that you could change what you were doing, you could evolve and you could discover yourself a little bit more? And did that give you that sort of confidence in your own creativity?
It absolutely did. It kind of challenged me to reassess in more of a silent way and actually adjust, but also grow in such a positive manner. Yeah, it was good.
Fabulous. I can see from the smile on your face how happy you are about doing this. And Hayley, so we're talking about specific creativity here. Is there what is the focus on that sort of? I mean, you teach people sort of what they need to know, the day-to-day stuff, the sort of the technical bits of courses. But how do you hone that sort of personal creativity in students? What do you do specifically for them?
We allow them the time to develop and become themselves. And as I said earlier, just look at things in a way that makes things easier, an easier process for them. We focus on entrepreneurial skills, and we really kind of work with groups of young people to ensure that we thread those skills, those innovative skills, throughout everything that they do. We listen to new ideas. We always take student voice, and if they think that we could do things a little bit better to make things more impactful for them, then we do that. So we always continually evolve from learner voice, from employer voice, and just listening and kind of, like I said, evolving going forward.
And how do you get to know your students? Because I think it's quite important, and we've spoken on a previous podcast about, recognising different people's strengths, different people's superpowers. There are some people who have got specific challenges and so on, but also can develop those into superpowers. Does the college develop, how do they look at individuals? Because you get a lot of people coming in on a lot of buses into the college. I mean, I've come in the morning and it's been, whoa, there's a load of people coming in here. So they're all individuals. How do you look after them?
We have a real focus on supporting anybody that's got any need. We make sure we tailor programs, we make sure we have bespoke support sessions for them, and we really kind of ensure that they develop personally to become the best that they could possibly be. So it is a really good campus, because the campus environment as well allows a little bit of kind of, self-development and confidence and resilience building. And again, like I said, in the lessons with regards to creativity and innovation, it's about supporting all of the lecturers to give ideas and change different ways of delivery to ensure that it works for all. So
fantastic. I mean, from an employer's point of view, and obviously we've got FSB have got 3,000 members in Cornwall, and a lot of them tell us, the creativity. A lot of people think about creativity as being sort of art and music and all of those sorts of things, but actually what they really want is creative people who can think on their feet, who can deal with a difficult customer, who can solve a problem, who can make up something on their own, and they don't necessarily want to have to be there to tell that person what to do all the time. I mean, I'm sure, Loren, I'm sure Paul Ainsworth isn't out there saying, Loren, by the way, could you just go and move those salts over there and all that sort of stuff. So Loren, tell me about, in the life of your work now and the environment you're in, what sorts of things do you have to do to think on your feet on a daily basis?
So I'm quite lucky in terms of purchasing and bringing new ideas when it comes to the wine side. So that's associating wine pairings with dishes, working really closely with the chefs to do that. But it allows us a bit more freedom to travel, explore, see the whole process, get ideas from growers, producers, and kind of bring that into our day-to-day. So yeah, it's a great exploration.
It is, and I think you're also, I mean, other team members that you have working with you. Do you then inspire each other, and do you know other people that are working that have come from the college, and do you talk about was it a good time at the college, or so how do people feel generally about the college, and do you feel you've got some real good confident staff that come along and work alongside you?
100%. We've been really lucky to have quite a few success stories kind of stem from the college and slowly coming throughout the process. Also, we've got Izzy West, who's the head chef at Cafe Reggiano, who started as an 18-year-old. We have Louis, we have lots of other people that have developed from kind of junior roles into blossoming into true professionals that man teams and organise the day-to-day operations of really amazing restaurants. And that can't be anything but inspiring for some of the team. We're really lucky to have people that want to come in and just absolutely learn, and the development possibilities are there. At the moment, I'm currently training someone who's more of a junior sommelier role, and he started off as kind of just a day-to-day waiter and had a goal, and the possibilities there. So yeah, fantastic. We all inspire each other, push each other, and hopefully just grow from there. But I think the College Association has been nothing but positive, that we all have quite fond memories of.
Fantastic. You've got a great alumni and you always remember fond times. Well, that's good to know, Hayley, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, so Hayley, for looking ahead, I mean, how is the college planning to evolve in this? I mean, we've talked very positively about the college today, but obviously not everything. There's obviously things that you always want to do with the college. There's always things you want to push it forward in the future. So how would you plan to evolve and meet the changing needs of businesses and students in Cornwall? I mean, we need this really up and coming workforce now. We really need to up our game. We really need to show Westminster, we're here. So how's Truro College going to be doing that for us?
Well, we're going to continue to work very, very closely with the business community. We're going to listen to stakeholders, we're going to listen to students, and we're going to identify what they need. And the beauty of Truro and Penwith College is we create education for young people and the workforce. So we are continually evolving, continually changing, and keeping up to date with everything that we can. I think it's absolutely key, the work that we do with alumni, and just being able to showcase some really fantastic people that have been through the college and where they are now is just inspirational for young people, and you can really follow somebody's journey and it makes it real. You can actually achieve that. So we are going to continue our work with alumni, and then we're going to start to really use them to support the younger generation as well.
Brilliant. And I would say to Loren, so you've been through this journey, you've been to the college, you liked it. What would you say to your younger self? And if there was somebody young coming up through now, and possibly there's some people listening to this podcast who may not even have heard of Truro College yet, what would be your best advertisement for them, and what would your advice to your younger self be? Would you do anything differently?
I would probably be a touch quieter and just really take everything on. Every day is actually a learning day, and it sounds like quite a cliche. It's something that everyone says, but you can gain so much from a slightly quieter perspective and just absolutely taking everything in. It's okay to not know what you want to do or who you want to be. Part of the journey is having fun figuring that out and just trying absolute best at everything you do.
So being open and also, I suppose, looking at your own sort of inner creativity and actually not kind of hiding your light under a bushel. I mean, you're a very confident person, but I'm sure there must have been some people in your cohort who were a lot quieter and so on, and so they're probably sitting and listening and everything else. But obviously that, you don't want people to hide and businesses certainly don't want people to hide their light under a bushel. They really, really do want to have people who are out there who are creative and sparky and who have got, who are supported by their college. I mean, is there anything that, do you know that whether you're the business that you work in now have got this sort of close link with the college? Is that helpful? Are you guys aware of that? And is it helpful to the business that you've still got the support of the college, even though you've left and you've gone into work? Are they still there for you?
Absolutely, yeah. I actually still keep in touch very briefly with my lecturer from back in the days.
Fantastic.
Yeah, how's things going, all of that kind of stuff. But I think it's really key in keeping those relationships very strong. Obviously, as businesses and how the economy is with the future, we need to constantly be looking at kind of growing teams, evolving, progressing, and new generations are naturally a part of that. So yeah, obviously having more apprentices or people that come through Truro College is always a good thing.
Brilliant. So on that note, Hayley, how do people contact Truro College? If they've never heard of Truro College before and they want to know more about this is very exciting. They may not be into drawing or anything else that sometimes people think of particularly as being creative, but they are creative in many other ways. How do they contact the college? How do they find out more about how to get involved in the support that you give them?
Well, we've launched an initiative called Employer Connect, which is making sure that we bridge the gap between education and employers and businesses. And I think that's absolutely key. So we do want as much connection and with businesses as we possibly can. So we've created a partnership pledge that sits on our website. There's a QR code, and then employers can pledge whatever they can give, and that would be anything from a careers conversation, work placement, trips, visits, everything is on there. So we'll collate all that information, we'll get back in touch with them, but it really does help to enrich and build the future workforce for Cornwall.
Fantastic. Well, I think we've heard that if you are of creative mind, and hopefully most people are out there, that actually Truro Pembroke College is the place to go, and if you're a business who's looking for creative people, then definitely hit them up and ask them about how they can support you and support your workforce in that creative manner. Thank you very much to Loren and to Hayley, and thank you to you for listening to our podcast.